Welcome to Alp English Podcast. I'm Oliver.
And I'm Mia. Today we are going to leave our planet for a while and talk about space, especially the planets in our solar system.
This is a B1, B2 episode. We will explain what the solar system is, talk about the 8 planets, and compare them using useful English like comparatives and superlatives.
We will also imagine what it might be like to live on another planet. You can listen, repeat some sentences, and learn some space vocabulary in simple English.
First question, Mia. What is the solar system?
The solar system is our local family in space. At the center, there is the sun, and around the sun, there are planets, moons, asteroids, and comets that move in orbits.
An orbit is the path that a planet takes when it goes around the sun. Earth, for example, takes about 365 days to go around the sun one time. That is 1 year.
Our solar system has 8 planets. From the sun, outwards, they are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
A simple way to remember this in English is a sentence where the first letter of each word is the first letter of a planet. For example, my very easy method just speeds up names.
M for Mercury, V for Venus, E for Earth, M for Mars, J for Jupiter, S for Saturn, U for Uranus, N for Neptune.
Now let's talk about the 4 inner planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars.
These planets are smaller and made mostly of rock. We call them the rocky planets.
Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. It is also much smaller than Earth, but the temperature changes a lot. The day side is extremely hot, the night side is extremely cold.
Venus is sometimes called Earth's sister because it is almost the same size, but it is not a friendly place. Venus has thick clouds and a strong greenhouse effect. It is hotter than Mercury, even though it is farther from the sun.
Earth is our home, the only planet we know that has life. It has liquid water on the surface and a temperature that is not too hot and not too cold.
Mars is called the red planet because the soil has a lot of iron and looks red. Mars is smaller than Earth and much colder, but many scientists are interested in Mars because in the past there was water there, and maybe there was simple life.
Now let's move to the outer planets: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. These are much bigger. We call Jupiter and Saturn gas giants, and Uranus and Neptune ice giants.
Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. It is more than 11 times wider than Earth. It has a famous storm called the Great Red Spot, which is bigger than our whole planet.
Saturn is almost as big as Jupiter, and it has beautiful rings made of ice and rock. When people imagine a planet with rings, they usually think of Saturn.
Uranus is special because it rotates on its side. It looks like it is rolling around the sun instead of spinning like a spinning top.
Neptune is the farthest planet from the sun. It is dark, cold, and very windy. Now let's stop for a moment and talk about some grammar. We used comparatives and superlatives. Comparatives compare 2 things. Mercury is smaller than Earth. Jupiter is bigger than Mars.
Superlatives compare many things and tell us which one is number 1. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Neptune is the farthest planet from the sun.
The form is adjective plus er than for comparatives, or the plus adjective plus est for superlatives. For longer adjectives, we use more than or the most. For example, Venus is more dangerous than Earth. Jupiter is the most massive planet.
Dear listener, repeat after us. Jupiter is bigger than Earth. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. Neptune is the farthest planet from the Sun.
Good. Now let's imagine what it would be like to live on another planet. Here we will use the second conditional because these ideas are imaginary.
If we lived on Mars, one day would be almost the same length as on Earth, about 24 hours. But 1 year would be almost twice as long. So if you were 10 on Earth, on Mars, you would still be in your first 5 years.
If we lived on Jupiter, it would be very strange. A day would be only 10 hours long because Jupiter spins very fast. But you could not stand on the surface because it is mostly gas.
If we lived on Mercury, we would have a big problem with temperature. Half the planet would be extremely hot, the other half extremely cold. Our houses would need very good protection.
In the second conditional, we use if plus past simple and then would plus verb. For example, if we lived on Mars, we would see 2 moons in the sky.
Dear listener, repeat after us. If I lived on Mars, I would wear a spacesuit. If I lived on Jupiter, I would have a very short day.
Now we have 3 questions for you. You can answer in your head, out loud, or in a notebook.
Question 1. Which planet do you find the most interesting and why?
Question 2. If you could visit one planet for one day, which planet would you choose? What would you like to see there?
Question 3. Do you prefer rocky planets like Earth and Mars or giant planets like Jupiter and Saturn? Why?
You can pause this podcast and answer in English.
Before we finish, let's review some key vocabulary. Solar system, orbit, rocky planet, gas giant, ice giant, rings, storm, atmosphere.
We also practiced comparatives and superlatives, bigger than, smaller than, closer than, the largest, the smallest, the closest, the farthest.
And we used the second conditional to imagine life on other planets. If we lived on Mars, we would...
Now it is your turn. After this episode, try to explain our solar system to someone else in English, or record yourself speaking for 2 minutes about your favorite planet.
Thanks for listening to Alp English Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, follow the podcast and share it with your friends who are learning English.
Take care, and maybe tonight look at the sky and think about all the planets out there.
Bye.
Bye.